So, unless you've been sitting under a rock, you've probably heard that Instagram is hiding likes this week. So, let's sip a little tea and talk about it. Hello and welcome back to the She Is Angel Mills YouTube channel. I'm Angel. I am the creator of Angel Mills Brand Strategy, where I work with mission-driven companies and small businesses to help them grow strong brands through strategic services, education, and brand coaching. This week, Instagram is launching a new feature where like counts will be hidden for United States users. Now, they've already launched this feature in a few other countries, including, I believe, Brazil, Australia, around 5 to 7. I can't remember what they all were, but they've already been launching this feature and testing it there, and now it is finally affecting US users starting this week. So you may scroll through your timeline and see that you can't see the like counts of a lot of your favorite Instagram accounts. And so there's a lot of speculation as to why they're making this change. And what they have said is it has a lot to do with mental health and people having declining mental health because they are associating their self-esteem and their self-worth with how many likes they're getting on their picture. Now, as a regular Instagram user, as well as someone who uses Instagram for a business, I can definitely say that it is very frustrating and disheartening when you post content that you think is really good or a picture that you really enjoy and you don't get the engagement or likes on the photo that you think it deserves. And I can definitely see for people, especially who are younger, who are growing up with social media from birth, basically, that being something very difficult for them. And at the same time, you're also seeing people who are very massively popular on social media, like people like Kim Kardashian, who are living these fabulous lifestyles. And so many people want to be that influencer, want to live that kind of lifestyle, and associate having that kind of following with doing that. So definitely think there is a correlation between mental health and the like feature, and I'm sure there's research to support that. Not 100% sure, but I'm sure there is. So that's understandable. A lot of people have questions about what this is going to mean, what this is going to look like, and if the like feature is going to be eradicated. So as of now, that is not the case. You will still be able to like photos. People will still be able to like your photos. However, you will not be able to see the total like count of other people's content. People will be able to see the like counts you will be able to see the like count on your content. So like is still a thing. You'll still be able to see the number of likes. You'll be able to see the engagement. Now, I do want to talk about how this is going to affect certain groups of people and just some of my speculation and predictions about what's going to happen in the future. And so for people who are Instagram influencers or people on the platform who have large followings, I anticipate that this could possibly slightly negatively affect them, probably not in a big way. Folks who have brand deals and things like that, a lot of big companies have third-party software where they're able to evaluate the average engagement of particular accounts and the likes and the followers and the growth of the page and things like that. And so that information, I imagine it will not affect those third-party software that they probably use. So I don't think that this will negatively impact big Instagram influencers too much. Now, what it will do is put them on their toes, because what I imagine is happening on the platform is when you are scrolling through your feed and you see a post has a lot of likes, of course that makes it come up higher, and people who follow you, it makes it come up higher in their feeds. So something that I am curious about is, will the algorithm change with the like count hidden? Will likes and engagement still determine how high up you see someone's content? So with that being said, if the algorithm were to change or be slightly adjusted, that could put Instagram influencers in a sticky place. And so overall, the best way to beat that is to keep producing really great content that people engage with. That's kind of the best protection that they have. But overall, I doubt that it will be a big change for them. Now, I did read an article that said for those who have large followings who live in some other countries that were testing the hidden like feature, they did see some decrease in engagement on their accounts, but it was not super significant. So I imagine some accounts who have large followings may see some decrease in engagement, but I don't think it will be big. And for those who have smaller accounts or micro influencers, I think this could also result in decreased engagement for them, but it could also provide an opportunity for them to get their content in front of more eyes, because people will not be able to see the number of likes on the post. Hopefully that will make people just like content in general that they see that they think is dope, whether it has 5 likes on it or 5,000 likes on it. So I think it could offer an opportunity for larger creators to get more eyes and get more views and get more engagement on their post. Overall, I think that everybody, if you have an Instagram account and you are trying to grow your following, or you have a large following and you're trying to maintain your following, you will need to be diligent about posting great content, period. Now, my predictions is that this like hidden situation is the first step of a longer term plan, and I'm predicting that that plan is going to have something to do with changing around the algorithm. I don't know what it's going to be. I do read a lot of blogs and things like that, and I haven't heard any particular predictions that I felt resonated with me, but I think there's some other changes coming to the platform for sure. So this is not going to be the first. And I think it's cute for them to say that they are implementing this because they want to combat mental health, but you know, it's a business at the end of the day, and they are about making money. So this has something to do with making money. I don't quite know the bigger picture yet. My guess, of course, again, is it's going to be something with the algorithm. It's going to be something around ad spend. There's a lot of, you know, micro influencers, macro influencers on the platform. They may have a desire to make the platform more competitive because it's kind of saturated. So I think you're seeing that kind of already happen with YouTube, where a lot of folks who've been on YouTube a long time and they may have had these really massive followings and may still have the massive followings. I know I'm seeing some YouTubers saying that they're not getting the viewership that they used to get because of the way things are showing up in our homepage on YouTube. And content that's showing up is not necessarily always content that you subscribe to. It's content based around the topics of videos that you watch. So I can see something very similar happening over at Instagram. And I think for those who have large followings, it can be more difficult for them to pivot and adapt. Whereas those who have smaller followings, you don't really have that much to work with anyway. So it's easier for you to pivot and adapt, to adjust to the new changes, and to ideally thrive and within the new environment. Whereas older, not want to say older people, but OGs, original gangsters in the game who have already built their followings in a particular fashion, it's a lot harder for them to pivot when it's changes like this. So to conclude, I didn't want to speak too long about this, but to conclude, for one, content is king. So good content is going to be very important. With the like count changing, I think it can be a great opportunity for growing micro influencers, and macro influencers have to watch their back. Basically, and again, my prediction is this is the first small step in some type of larger change that Instagram is probably going to implement, perhaps within the new year. I would imagine they might just, you know, let the changes go for this year, but I would imagine in the new year, maybe even in the first quarter, they're going to implement some additional changes. So that could affect, especially those who have large followings, macro influencers, that could affect their reach at this time. So that's all I have to say right now about Instagram hiding likes. Go ahead and subscribe so we can keep talking about this. I'll be doing subsequent videos. Go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you think your predictions are about why Instagram is doing this, what you think the impact will be on your Instagram account or those with large followings, and just let me know what you thought about this video. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Keep following She Is Angel Mills. Bye-bye.